The 2002 Ohio State Quarter stands as a monumental tribute to the spirit of human exploration and technological advancement, capturing the essence of flight from its humble beginnings to the vast reaches of outer space. When collectors examine the intricate reverse design of this particular coin, they are immediately struck by the historical narrative featuring the pioneering Wright Flyer alongside an astronaut framed against the clear outline of the state of Ohio. For the average person, this piece of currency might seem like nothing more than pocket change used for everyday transactions, but within the numismatic community, it represents a fascinating chapter in modern United States coinage history. Millions of these quarters were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, ensuring that nearly every American household has encountered one at some point. Yet few people truly understand the specialized factors that drive the collector market. The ultimate value of any coin relies heavily on its condition, rarity, and the presence of unique characteristics that set it completely apart from the standard pieces circulating through the economy. By looking beyond the face value, we open a doorway into a world where history and numismatic passion intersect seamlessly. Understanding the deep historical context behind the 2002 Ohio State Quarter allows us to appreciate why this specific release continues to capture the active imagination of coin enthusiasts and casual searchers alike. Known officially as the birthplace of aviation pioneers, Ohio has uniquely contributed to the advancement of flight by producing legendary figures who quite literally changed how humanity interacts with the skies above and the cosmos beyond. The inclusion of the Wright Flyer honors the relentless determination of Wilbur and Orville Wright, who conducted their early experimental work in Dayton before achieving their historic powered flight. Meanwhile, the detailed figure of the astronaut pays direct homage to American icons like John Glenn and Neil Armstrong, who looked toward the stars and expanded the boundaries of what was previously thought possible for mankind. This striking juxtaposition of an early canvas-winged flyer and a modern spacesuit creates a visual timeline of rapid progress that makes the coin highly desirable for thematic collections. When a piece of currency carries such a powerful narrative, its appeal naturally extends far beyond simple monetary value into the realm of historical preservation. The field of numismatics is often defined by a fascinating pursuit of perfection, where the smallest differences in a coin's physical state can result in dramatic shifts in its overall market evaluation and collector demand. Standard coins that enter regular circulation immediately begin to experience microscopic wear and tear, losing their original mint luster as they touch other surfaces, keys, and paper currency. Because of this constant degradation, numismatic experts utilize a highly standardized grading scale to evaluate the precise condition of a coin, looking for flawless surfaces that have completely escaped the friction of public usage. When a 2002 Ohio State Quarter manages to survive in a pristine, uncirculated state, trapped in a protective time capsule or an unsearched mint roll, its preservation level elevates it into a premium category. Collectors are universally willing to compete fiercely for these high-grade examples because they represent the absolute apex of what the minting facility produced during that specific production year. Finding a coin that looks exactly as it did the moment it dropped from the coin press is an exceptional rarity that keeps the hobby alive. While exceptional preservation is highly prized, the true pinnacle of numismatic excitement often centers around the legendary stories of ultra-rare specimens that command historic sums during elite public auctions. In the broader world of rare currency, extraordinary factors such as unique historical provenance, major transitional errors, or extreme structural anomalies can occasionally push a coin's speculative valuation up to an astonishing $17 million. When a piece of metal achieves this level of historical significance, it transitions from a mere token of commerce into a world-class cultural artifact that rivals the most famous masterpieces of fine art. For a standard 2002 Ohio State quarter to ever approach the upper echelons of the market, it would require a combination of unprecedented minting errors that completely defy the standard quality control measures of modern production. Numismatic history has shown that when an incredibly rare variety is documented and verified by independent grading services, the resulting auction competition among wealthy collectors can rewrite the record books entirely. It is this thrilling potential for discovery that motivates millions of people to carefully inspect every single quarter they receive. To successfully identify a genuinely valuable 2002 Ohio State quarter, a collector must train their eyes to look for specific structural anomalies that occurred during the high-speed stamping process at the mint. One of the most famous categories of errors to investigate is the doubled die, which happens when the coin blank is struck by a die that slightly shifted, creating a distinct overlapping effect on the lettering or design elements. On this specific coin, enthusiasts frequently examine the fine lines of the Wright Flyer, the intricate details of the astronaut's spacesuit, and the borders of the Ohio State outline to detect any signs of clear doubling. Another fascinating variation to watch out for is a clipped planche, which occurs when the metal disc is improperly cut before being struck, leaving a smooth, curved chunk missing from the final edge of the quarter. Additionally, look closely for major die cracks, which appear as raised, irregular lines of metal where the heavy steel die began to fracture under the immense pressure of the coin press. Each of these specific manufacturing flaws tells a unique story of a mechanical breakdown, turning an ordinary coin into a scarce anomaly. The journey of searching through pocket change is a rewarding endeavor that requires patience, a keen eye for detail, and a basic understanding of how the United States Mint operates on a daily basis. Many successful coin hunters recommend setting aside a dedicated workspace with strong, direct lighting and a high-quality magnifying glass or digital microscope to ensure no microscopic detail goes unnoticed during the inspection. As you sift through a pile of quarters, it helps to categorize them by their year and mint mark, looking specifically for the small letter stamped on the front side near the lower right design. A coin bearing the Denver or Philadelphia mark might look identical at first glance, but subtle differences in die preservation and production volume can influence how collectors view a specific error variety. By systematically examining the texture, weight, and alignment of each piece, you can quickly separate the common circulating currency from the specimens that warrant a much closer numismatic evaluation. It is a relaxing yet exhilarating hobby, where a single discovery can instantly validate hours of careful and methodical searching. It is crucial for anyone entering the numismatic space to understand the vast distinction between the face value of a coin used in daily commerce and the speculative premiums assigned by competitive collectors. The vast majority of 2002 Ohio State quarters found in standard cash registers will only ever be worth 25 cents, because they have been heavily worn down by years of constant public handling. However, the true magic of coin collecting lies in the fact that a rare mint error can remain hidden in plain sight for decades, passing through thousands of hands without anyone realizing its potential significance. When a verified error is discovered, its value is determined entirely by what an independent buyer is willing to pay to add that specific piece to their private collection. This subjective marketplace is driven by a powerful combination of historical curiosity, aesthetic beauty, and the intense desire to own something that is completely unique in the world. Educating yourself on these market dynamics ensures that you can approach the hobby with realistic expectations while maintaining the excitement of the hunt. As social media platforms continue to connect millions of people globally, the sharing of numismatic knowledge has sparked a massive resurgence of interest in analyzing everyday pocket change for hidden treasures. Online communities allow collectors from all walks of life to upload high-resolution photographs, share their latest historical discoveries, and discuss the technical nuances of various error categories. When viewing educational content about rare coins, it is always wise to verify information through reputable numismatic organizations and established price guides to build a solid foundation of accurate knowledge. This collaborative environment makes it easier than ever for a beginner to learn how to spot a genuine mint error and avoid mistaking ordinary post-mint damage for a rare factory anomaly. By participating in these digital discussions, you contribute to a growing global archive of cultural preservation while honing your own skills as a coin inspector. The collective enthusiasm of the community serves as a constant reminder that history is not just found in museums, but also in the palms of our hands. The enduring legacy of the State Quarters program lies in its incredible ability to turn ordinary citizens into active historians who appreciate the unique heritage and identity of each state represented in the series. The 2002 Ohio design beautifully captures a profound sense of human ambition, reminding everyone who looks at it that the journey from a wooden glider to walking on the lunar surface took less than a century to accomplish. Every time you take a moment to inspect a quarter before spending it, you are participating in a grand tradition of appreciating the small details that define our shared cultural journey. Whether you are a seasoned numismatist searching for a flawless grade or a curious individual looking through a jar of coins on a rainy afternoon, the thrill of discovery remains exactly the same. So, clear off a table, turn on a bright lamp, and start looking closely at the edges and inscriptions of your change today. You might just uncover a fascinating piece of history, an incredible manufacturing anomaly, or a rare treasure that changes your perspective on currency forever.